95. The entire Caribbean is listening to Sports Wrap on the big station every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. And National Athletic Coach Emmanuel Oblast. Sports Wrap, your one-stop shop for unique, inclusive, in-depth analysis of local, regional, and international sports, bringing you the best in sports debate and up-to-the-minute information and statistics. Sports Wrap, every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. 2 exciting hours of pure, exciting sports talk. The experts are in the house. Sports Wrap, every Thursday evening, only on the big station, only on Q95. Lock it in.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of your favorite sports program, Sports Wrap. The whole crew is here. Everybody is here. I'm Lockett Sebastian and
Ron Lambda.
I'm Emmanuel Loblack.
And Dr. Thompson Fontaine.
Right, the whole crew is here, and tonight we're going to have a nice session. We will have Several Mackenzie with us at 6:30 to talk about, well, Fear Lafont will also be online. I think Several will be making a presentation from Sports Wrap to Fear Lafont. We will also have the guy, Jason Robin, from swimming, because that's a sport, I remember Dr. Fontaine saying me text and saying to me, he didn't know St. Vincent has a big Olympic-sized swimming pool. And I couldn't believe, it was shocking to hear the secretary of the Swimming Association saying they practice in the sea in 2024. I mean, that's like prehistoric times. You prepare it and you have to go in the sea, lobby. Imagine that, the swimming. So, yeah.
Let me tell you, you're talking about, you are shocked, Sebastian. That is how it is.
Well, that is shocking. I was shocked to hear.
Sebastian, remember Dr. Paul? Dr.
Oh,
Paul?
yeah, Dr. Paul.
Paul Pot. She tried her best. She tried her best. She had something. She tried it, But, this is a sport I can tell you that we were making headway in. We were competing at the Caribbean Games because there's also swimming. There's also track and swimming. All right. And we have been doing well. And it's unfortunate, that we haven't got an athletic track and a 50-meter Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Well, the guy will join us to talk about that. And there's plenty cricket. West Indies, a revival. They were 98 for 5 now in the 14th over. And we'll talk about the Windward Islands as well in the Super 50. And there's international cricket, a lot. Sri Lanka playing, New Zealand, India playing, South Africa, Australia playing, Pakistan. Cricket all over the place. The West Indies, the test guys start to come tomorrow. Afanas and Hodge and all of them. They have a camp starting in Antigua from tomorrow for the test match next week. So a lot of cricket around the place. What's that, Lodi?
Yes, Sebastian. I have a problem here. I told you about that channel, Willow TV. And I do not know what is happening. We are not marketable. You're seeing all other cricket. England, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, we're seeing cricket here. But we're seeing these games, you're just not seeing it at all.
Well, I think it's an Indian company, Lobby, so that is why.
But you will see Pakistan playing somebody else, Sri Lanka playing, Australia playing, New Zealand. But why we cannot see West Indies playing England? Why we can't see that?
Well, I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know.
Is it that we are not marketable anymore?
Well, West Indies haven't been marketable for a long, long time, Emmanuel Loblack. It's years now. And we're really not helping ourselves because, and we'll discuss that one in time. Because today, guys mentally defeated before you watch the captain today, he loses the toss, and right away, he's still sulking. Man, we lost the toss again. Like you lose already. I mean, you don't play cricket like that. You lose the toss, go and score 200. That's what you should be doing. Don't go and have me 90 for 5 or 13 for 3 and and then you talk about the toss. What effect can a toss have at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Sun is shining. What effect? Go and bat. So you can't play cricket one way that the only way you want to win is to bat second. No, you can't win like that. But guys, you know, the nasty business is back and forth again. You heard the nasty business. You know, it's not only in song, you know. You hear man in platform with nastiness. And you know, I said to myself, 20 years ago, Ronald Lobby, Dr. Fontaine, those kind of thing you hear in a political platform, you'd never imagine you would hear that kind of language in America. And it's unbelievable that it's not only in songs you have nasty business. You hear a man goes on platform and he cursing people. He say they're afraid in their ass. I mean, where are we going with that? You could never imagine that. And people seem to, it's no big thing for people. You hear people clapping that. In fact, when they had the election, the fake election 2 years ago, you remember they had a song they were singing, Dressed in Red, after they drink their rum, what they were going to do? You remember that, Lando? You never heard that song? Lobby, you remember the song?
But I heard it, but I can't remember it. I know I heard it, but I can't remember it.
Yes, they were singing a song, Ronald Lander, and they were dressed in red. That's 2 years ago. Well, I was in Dominica at the time because I didn't want to be around that nonsense. And they had a song sing, after they drink their rum, they go in and cook. What?
Right.
No, but we can say what it is. You know, we are not to be hypocrite. It wasn't us. It wasn't we that was singing that. The people were singing that thing, and the people were saying they were dancing to it, and it's no big thing. So you hear man now coming on a platform kissing people, say they're afraid. It's only what Tronada, I know that was singing a song. They're afraid, right? It was Tronada that was singing a song. I don't know if you guys want to comment. I see somebody on the line already who want to talk to us. Yeah. Good evening. Hello.
Good night, Shibo. Long I don't hear my voice.
Hey, my brother, Mr. Doddle. How are you, man? You sound strong. Everybody's there. Lobby there, Dr. Fontaine, Ronald, everybody there.
We say good evening to Mr. Luis and family.
Right.
To Marcel, to Lobby.
Yeah.
Yes, my brother.
To Dr. Fontaine. And Mr. Ronald, good evening to you all, fellas.
Yes.
You know, I'll pay you a visit next week. I promise you that. I'll pay you a visit. That's a promise. I'll pay you a visit next week. Okay? I'll pay you a visit definitely next week. So keep batting, man. Keep batting. You're playing a good inning so far. You have a longer inning to play. So keep going, man. Okay? Take care, man, Dodo. Take care. I'll pay you a visit definitely. Okay. All right, my brother. I think we have more people on the line. More people on the line.
Sebastian.
1 minute, Lobby. There's somebody on the line. Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, Auntie Rum. How you doing, my darling? Run, don't get jealous. Good evening, Auntie Rum. Sibo, what do you expect from a badly brought up child that never had a mind one day he would reach in that? How would that? He would be carrying that kind of, would be in that status. What do you expect? You expect anything from a badly brought up child? Mal kase, mal leve, mal tut bagay. The man just have a, oh my God. I'm in a serious situation in our country. Yeah?
Yes.
And we can't let it slide there. We have to really, if we talk too much, they'll put us in jail, they'll arrest us, we can curse people, we can tell them we will kill them, they'll have their blood. If all you don't make vote for me in Wesley, the blood of Dominica will be on all your hands. When they come on all your steps, pour hot water on them, you sorti achi match, nom laki kalwe Dominica, and all the list goes on. But we cannot speak because before we speak, the citizens act on our back. Gentlemen, have a good night.
Thank you. More callers. Good evening. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
And good evening to everybody, to my family.
Good
Let me tell
evening.
you something. If you understand what happened in the world today, some say could be gone to the woman head, and she become president.
We're not hearing you clearly. Guys, you hearing it clearly? We're not hearing you clearly, though.
Let me tell you. Trump said, put the gun with the barrel of 9 to the woman head. And then she go feel like she had to feel. And you tell me, but One world policy, my brother. One world policy. That man going on with the thing, you know. One world policy.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, we have
Sebastian.
another caller. Hold on, Lobby. Hold on. Good evening.
Yes, good evening to you, Sibo.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Good evening to Ronald Lander and good evening to Lobby. But I would like to tell Blue Blue, she don't see is a badly brought up child. You expect almost anything from a badly brought up child.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sibo,
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about you win the toss or whatever at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Win or lose the toss, you have to come out aggressive. You know, I'm not a foot cricketer, Sibo.
Mm-hmm.
The cricketer in my family is my wife. She loves cricket. She loves two things she loves more than me, and I'll never bring that home again. A ticket for cricket in Dominica or mango long training. She loves that more than me. You know? But or whatever in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, then you have to come out aggressive and see 1-2 wickets, or you make 60, 70 runs, 80 runs at 4 o'clock. That's how it is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, because I myself stopped watching cricket since his name, the guy from Antigua, the fast bowler and so on.
Adi Roberts?
No, Kurt Lee.
Ambrose.
You know?
Oh, Ambrose.
Yeah, because we used to wake up at whatever time in the morning to watch cricket. You know what, Stephen? Let me tell you a joke. One time when I was playing cricket, so I told my supervisor, well, I have to go to funeral this afternoon. when I went home for lunch and I see West Indies doing badly, I went back to work. So then he told me, what happened? You didn't go to the funeral again? I said, no, the fella didn't die again.
Lobby, you're saying, go ahead.
Yeah, Sebastian, I want to know what happened in the cut today for Dr. Fontaine. What I want to know about.
Well, wasting his time. Well, he'll answer that. They're wasting his time. Go ahead, Dr. Fontaine.
No, but yes, tell us.
Well, he's there.
Yes, so the case continued today. They called, I think, 3 police officers as witnesses. And it continues on Monday. The prosecution, the 2 Trinidadian lawyers showed up today. They indicated that they have 4 more witnesses to call. So they will call those on Monday, and then it will be the turn of my lawyers, Geoffrey Later and Ronald Charles, to put on the defense. Yeah.
But Dr. Fontaine, that's interesting. Didn't the OECS send a group here to investigate that same matter?
Which one?
Wasn't the public meeting in Lago?
Yes, it was.
It was going to the ministry.
It was a what we call it. We had
a truck, like
a truck, but it was a rally. Sorry, a rally we had in big broad daylight.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And they said that you all were accused of overthrowing with a truck, and they said that that was thrown aside by the OECS.
Yes, yes. So they moved away from the overthrow nonsense to, in my case, obstruction and incitement. Yeah. So it's no longer trying to overthrow, because when I was arrested, in fact, when I was arrested just outside the studios of Q95 in 2017, I was told that I was being arrested for treason, you know. I was told that I was being arrested for attempting to overthrow the government of Dominica.
With a truck.
Well, he did not say that with a truck. Later on in the questioning, I found out that that's what they were saying, that we were trying to overthrow the government of Dominica with a truck with big speakers on it. So, yeah. So when they realized that could not go anywhere, then they turned it around to say, well, you obstructed the police in their duties, and worse, you incited violence in the country. Yeah.
But Lobby, the question I want to ask, do we really have a commissioner of police here, or somebody behind the scene directing operation? Because I cannot imagine. These guys have heard all sorts of pronouncements all over the place. They've never arrested other people, and then they go now arresting people. Like, look, we hear they arrested a guy yesterday, and people have said worse things than that. They've never arrested the people. And I'm wondering, though, if we really have a commissioner of police. Let's take a call. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you guys?
We're okay, yeah.
Okay, Dr. Fountain is at the creek, so I want him to stay back and have a little discussion with him now. Dr. Fountain, I understood you say on the radio, or I should say I heard you say on the radio that you'll be back by the end of December. That means your 7-year mission in South Sudan is over, is it?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's nice. I know you are aware that in the early days, your supporters had some concern of your absence, since you had initially said you would have resigned and left the ground. Now, my understanding of your mission is to bring free and fair elections to South Sudan. From the look of things, that's not going to happen. So can you describe your success or otherwise of your mission in South Africa so we can better understand?
7 years of relative peace in the country. Yeah.
Okay, caller, that's it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
The most unfortunate part of this whole matter is Dr. Fountain and the court system. We are in the magistrate's court, and you are employing Trinidadian lawyers at a very high price in the magistrate's court. Your DPP and the staff should take care of the matter in the magistrate court. And if the matter goes up to the high court, I can understand that you're bringing specialists to help you. But when you owe everybody. You in the treasury, there are so many unpaid checks. And you bring in high price lawyers from Trinidad to deliver matters in the magistrate court. That is abominable. That's abominable. But over and above that, Dominica is so poorly managed in all respects. We are not producing. People are doing what they want. We saw recently a guy for over 10 years. You never had a delegates conference. You said you were going to retire. You call a delegates conference and you're not going to be there for how long again? To do what? 25 years, 24, 25 years. A party has been in power. What has happened in Dominica? Go around Roseau. Look at the roads. Look at the sidewalks. Look at the gutters. Look at the amount of dilapidated buildings in Roseau. And then you go to the production area. What are we producing in Dominica? What drives Dominica at this point in time? You see a lot of trucks bringing in cement. What's really happening with all of that cement that's going up the road? You see no design, no studies for the airport, and you see tons and tons of cement going up the road. What's really happening in Dominica? It's so unfortunate.
Let's take a caller. West Indies just lost 2 wickets in 2 balls, 110 for 7. Yeah, 2 wickets in 2 balls. Yeah, good evening, caller. Hello? The person gone here. West Indies struggling now. Paul Williams on 53 not out. 110 for 7. They're not going to go anywhere with that, for sure. They'll probably be 3-0 down tonight by the time we get home tonight. Let's take this caller. Good evening.
Good evening. That's I was just trying to call you to tell you that, West Indies are struggling.
Well, yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay, all right, okay.
But beyond that, I was with a group of persons in the late 1990s, and we were moving Dominica. We were getting manufacturing, we were getting agro-processing, we were getting tourism going, agriculture going, and things were happening. Then guys came along, and in 2000, a guy came along called Rosie Douglas, who have never managed, not even a rum shop.
I know.
And Dominicans decided they're going to put Dominica in his hands. He disappeared very quickly, followed by Pierre Charles. And then Dominicans started saying, give the young man a chance. A 40-year-old boy who had no experience in doing anything. And look at where we are today. Look at where Dominica is today. And I had so much skills, had so much services to provide Dominica and contribute to Dominica, but I was put aside because I was considered to be not one of theirs. And look at where Dominica is today. When I see the young people around and young people going to school, especially the youth parade, I smile, I say, boy, what is the future of these young people? It's so unfortunate. Dominica is at a breaking point. Dominica at a critical stage. And if we don't get, even if we get a change in Dominica now, because of the 20, 25 years, these guys have put loyalists in all positions, permanent secretaries, heads of departments, and so on. It's going to be very difficult. But you need to get something to happen in Dominica as early as possible.
And as you said that, I'm very concerned about law and order in Dominica, because the police seem to me are targeting one section of the populace. That's how we look like that. The police, there's no order in the police force, and guys who will prepare to die for one guy, and they will go and pick up people all over the place, and it's just not right. It's just wrong. No order. What's that, Lobby? Go ahead.
Can I say something, Sebastian?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just to add to what my Landa was talking about, management. This airport thing should have never been around now. The last government, what they did, they started everything. They paid people for their land. The project was there. Rosie came in. What he did, mess up every bloody thing. See where we are today. See where we are today.
In 3 years, we did all the research, all designs at the NDC under the management of Sheridan Gregoire. We brought in Mr. Lawrence, who had retired from the CDB, to coordinate that program. And we had a combination of a company from Trinidad and Canada to ensure that we were doing things properly. And everything was in place. We were at the financing stage. And guys came into power and put that away. And it took guys 20 years. 20 years to start an airport. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, on that note, we're going to take a break because we have a guest who's coming in soon. So we'll take our first break now.
Where in Roseau, Kimashadis, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford. All chicken parts available that you can afford. Fresh breast. And breast is best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even swinging stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love full AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks. It's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always fresh.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Dominicans, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. Can't wait for the hurricane. Can't wait till you flood again. Can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season and insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
All you where in Roseau, Kimashadis, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford, all chicken parts available that you can afford. Fresh breast, and you know breast is best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even swinging stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love Risapul, AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks, it's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always fresh.
Yes, we're back, and we have with us Several Mackenzie, who is going to be talking about the event and a presentation he's going to be making to Fear Lafont tonight. She's supposed to be joining us as well. Ronald, you want to say something?
Yes. I want to commend our sponsors, ACS and Rudolph Thomas. These sponsors are responsible for keeping us on air. And I ask our fans and friends that if you are going to shop and you have a choice, go to ACS in Roseau and go to Rudolph Thomas in Portsmouth. Interestingly, over the long vacation, I visited Julius Timothy and he gave me the hands up, the fingers up. So things are coming positively.
Yeah, well, that's good news. I mean, it's what, a year and 6 months now? We have a caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Sorry to interrupt. Just a quick question to Mr. Fountain.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fountain, you said initially when they first arrested you outside Q95 and you were told that you were arrested for treason. Am I right?
Yes, treason, attempting to overthrow the government of Dominica, yes.
Okay. And subsequent to that, when you went to court now, you realized you were charged for obstruction and incitement.
No, okay. So what happened, that's what I was told by the arresting officer. And the subsequent interview at police headquarters over 2 days, they basically said the same thing. But then I was let go without being charged at that time. And then subsequent to that, a year later, they issued me for summons for the 2 charges of obstruction and incitement.
Okay, but they did not drop and rearrest you?
No, they did it by what they call summons. They just issued a summons indicating that I had to appear in court on a certain day for those
I thought that they had to really institute a rearrest to apply the proper cause of arrest.
No. They did it for summons.
A summon form, I understand. I was
Yes.
just curious about that because I was saying if that's the case, what you doing in court?
Oh, okay. Yes. I was
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay, thank you,
All
Colin.
right, all right.
Thank you. Yes, Several Mackenzie, you are with us. We expect Fiona to be joining us.
Yes, she should be. She's not there.
But in the meantime, you can tell listeners what is your mission here.
Yes,
I'm sure you want to do that.
Well, as you know, Steve, it was what, 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
The weeks fly so quickly, you can't even keep
I
track.
tell you, man.
Because I come in there and I thought it was in fact last week. But
No,
then I
it's
just
week
realized
before.
the first day passed on us already.
Right, yeah.
And we are already in the, today's what, the 14th?
Today's the 14th, yeah.
November gone.
Finish, you right? Christmas time.
Just
Christmas time.
Just now runs the what day of Christmas that's happening during, man?
Oh, but you'll be getting your turkey and ham. They'll be dropping by your home, Several. The authorities will be dropping yours. Eh? You never got one? Your ham and turkey? Okay. Well, I thought in the dead of night they would drop a couple of hams and turkeys.
The thing is that I've not been eating meat for over 40 years.
Okay. Well, no, you don't have to eat it, but they'll probably still drop it. Yeah, you don't have to eat
my
it.
Rasta-ish days. You know.
Okay.
Flesh.
You don't have to eat it, they'll just drop it here. That to show they still value, they still want your support. That's what I'm saying.
Not yet for sale,
I know, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, for several years, I'm sure. Well, let's be on serious business. Feel for it was a success. you would say, obviously.
Yes, Ronchan, Dr. Fontaine were both there. I do not want to blow my own trumpet, but I think we had a very good time, and in fact, this is why we sent out the thank you letter to you.
Yes.
It was really a nice time,
Mhm.
and Thea did enjoy herself. We were not too satisfied with the turnout.
The turnout,
in terms of
okay.
the support of the private sector itself. But
Mm.
thing is that sometimes things happen, and you just have to accept how things turn around.
Mm-hmm.
And as we had initially planned, we were planning to raise funds for a project that FIA is undertaking. In fact, she revealed her intentions to undertake 3 projects. She started with the biggest one which will basically include the participation of the government, which is the track and field stadium or whatever
Mhm.
facility, which she insisted should be of international standards that could bring quite a bit of benefits to Dominica. And in fact, one of the things that we from the business forum discussed with her is the possibility of partnering with various sporting organizations and the Dominica Olympic Committee to really develop something of class, because we have seen too many times that when the government does things, they go and they bring in their experts without the necessary interaction with local entities, and then it just this, and then things fall apart. So we are hoping that for this one, there could be some level of private sector, public sector collaboration in developing this particular facility for athletics, track and field.
It feels like Lobby wants to ask your question. It looks like. Go ahead, Lobby.
Yes, Mark, how are you doing?
I'm cool. When you break my line of thought, I'm not too young like you, Gasser.
we all from the old school. We're all from the old school 400 days, you know. Let me tell you, I'm listening to you. They're talking about the quality of the track. Anything that must be done, the track, the international body must be involved to ratify it. Must be involved. You cannot do a track so without the involvement of the international body. It has to be ratified by them. All right.
Well, this is why I actually started to meet international standards, because they would definitely international standards are usually the standards established by the relevant international body.
No, well, you see, you have to be careful with it, because let me tell you what happened in St. Lucia, where the Chinese built that track for them, and it wasn't ratified by the international body, and it looking like their records were not being accepted. It was done over afterwards. All right, so we have to be very, very careful. Now, this thing about this track is like, to me, is like the airport. The problem of that would have been done years ago if government was serious to providing this land. All we needed was the land, and the international body would assist to put a sizable amount of money. All right, so you could start your track in phases. First, you have the infrastructure could come in later, like what in Saint Vincent, what they have done in Saint Vincent. But this track to me, it's like a nightmare. It's how many years now?
But Robbie, we do not really want to go into those details because what I was actually thinking was, what I was actually saying was what Thea mentioned.
I know.
And this is just one, but that's why I say if you make me lose my
because I
okay, hold on. Let him finish.
Go ahead. On number 2, free.
Yeah. So this is basically one, and this is the biggest one, Sibo. And basically, this is what we are saying, that if you're going to do, if she mentioned it, and I mean, from an architectural point of view, this is how things are actually done. That you sit down and you do the planning, and you prepare architectural program, and you come up with your plans, and then you present it, you critique it, you get people to think it, and then you start to construct. And then when you build, you have something that is worth its while. It is properly done because all the T's were crossed and the I's dotted and those that. So we are very much excited on this one to collaborate with her on this big one. The second one that she had is the development of a facility in Maho.
Okay.
Which is basically for field activity. I think it's for shot put and discuss.
No. It's excuse me.
It's and I think she's more referring to a pit. Where she could actually
it's St. Pete.
The shot put and the long jump and the high jump and those types. And I think she said that this particular facility is just about $50,000.
Oh yeah?
About what?
Yeah. She gave
an estimated price, but we are willing to actually work with her. Because when people give prices, particularly for those facilities of the head, sometimes it can be significantly more when you come to doing the designs and those. So on this one, we are willing to work with her on it. And then the third project that she actually mentioned that was one that is even easier, because she really was emotional on this one, where she said she had the opportunity to work with some young children while she was here, and those children did not even have shoes on their feet to participate in the exercise and the athletics thing. And this allowed her to think of developing this shoe project, shoe and maybe gear for young children to be able to fit them up to participate in athletic or sporting activities. So this one again is a low cost one. So we are willing to collaborate with her on this because how things go in this place. And so out of the activity that we had initially when we were planning, we were looking at the possibility of being able to attract maybe up to 150 private sector sporting organizations and people. But when we saw the response, maybe November is a bad month to hold anything because
Creole Festival,
Creole in the back.
Yeah.
So when you come to November 4th, maybe a lot of people broke already. Even the private sector people. Well, you find that the private sector, in fact, more willing to finance, fuel and anything.
Yeah, it appears so. Yeah,
jumping and nasty business. Quite a bit of,
well, nasty business all over. Man on platform with nasty business. And go ahead.
You find that people are willing. You see the sponsors are flowing, but when it comes to activities like this, you really have to hustle.
So when does she intend to start? What is shoe business in particular? That part of the project.
This one we were hoping that if she joins us.
That's why we're hoping she'll join us before.
She will be able to give you some information on that. So we have from the activity that we had at Jungle Bay on the 4th. Although it was we could refer to it as very small turnout, but it ended up being an activity of class
Mhm.
and very high quality.
Mhm.
And we were able to raise some funds for her.
Mhm.
And
Please don't disclose.
No, we are not.
Don't disclose it. Yeah.
So we will be making the contribution to her
Mhm.
tonight
Mhm.
when she appears, if she
Mhm.
appears,
Mhm.
and and this we are hoping will be a little more than a drop in the bucket of the $50,000 that she had
Okay.
initially. She was initially thinking of.
I see a guy just come
This
there.
is the president of the
Oh,
business
okay.
forum,
See,
yes,
yeah. See a guy just
I
come
just
there.
more disciplined than this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In terms of time, you tell him the time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And yeah, it seems that what might have stopped. What might have stopped. So that's why. He probably.
By the way, that he always, he's on. You never hear what his song 4 days late.
Well,
But he always,
well, soon he'll be singing again. It's Carnival coming soon, so he'll be singing soon. Good night, sir. Daryl Bob has just joined us. I think the president of the forum, the business forum, sir.
Yes. Good night. Good night to your listeners. Good night. Good night to everybody in the house, including Lobby. I can see you, man.
I can see you, brother. Still looking in shape.
You look good. I can tell you've been working out.
Yeah. Daryl, Jeffrey has been doing a good job. I mean, your absence. He's
Yes, of
telling
course,
us about the programs, and obviously we're waiting on Fia to join us. That's the problem now, that she still hasn't joined in. And so that you all could make all your presentation so everybody could see. Yeah, but she still hasn't joined us. But you were satisfied with what happened at Jungle Bay, I'm sure? Or not really?
Well, we were happy at the end that it turned out pretty well in terms of the delivery.
Mhm.
And everybody left, with compliments, that it was a nice event and so on.
Mhm.
My friend Landa was there and Mr. Fontaine were there, so they can attest that it was a classy event. However, we felt that the patronage could have been a lot better.
Mhm.
We catered for 150 and we had to come down below half of that. So,
Mhm. Well, while we're there, I just want to say, especially my friend Rene's store, they did contribute for the 4 tickets, which is good, that one little company could send 4 people to that function. And you have to give credit to him. Del Nachis Sports Shop, yeah?
Wonderful. Yes, indeed. Yes.
Del Nachis,
Geoff
was there,
proud.
and his grandchild and a couple of the workers.
And
they were
Sports
there.
Rap was well represented.
Yes. Always. Sports Rap is always on top of everything.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we really need to get Fia Lafo on there now. We really need to get her.
Seeing that we don't know how long we'll be waiting, I guess maybe we can probably go back to regular programming and see if we
No.
can.
Well,
Because we'll just be waiting.
Well, you're not wind up. I mean,
we don't know how long we'll be waiting for.
Yeah. Several trying to see if we can get her on the line. But Daryl, you are the president. I mean, you can. I mean, it was. How I would say, it was a wonderful thing that you all could have thought of that to do for Fia Lafo, who's an Olympian.
Yeah, because we felt that government had already done what they felt they could do, and I felt that I wanted to be part of something that the citizens of Dominica, be it the corporate citizens and individuals who supported it, to make their contribution as well, and not make it look like government is the one to do everything. So I was indeed elated when the idea came about to be part of that, because what Thea has done for Dominica, I mean, I don't need to say it, it would take probably years for our budget to achieve that, So I was very much, pleased to be part of that movement. And it came out wonderful. It's as a matter of fact, some people have even suggested that we should do this annually.
Oh, you mean something like that? I mean,
yes,
and use it to help other things.
It does not always have to be about one person. It could be about other people, other people's achievements, and stuff like that. So, and we can get, especially if it's somebody who has a program, something they want to develop. Like in Fair's case, Fair is trying to put shoes on young people's feet, to do track and field events. So my cry was to come, let us help her put shoes on our children's feet. And I think the people who got there, they understood that pretty well. So if we were to do something similar in the future, I think we would see some kind of positive result. Where are we at right now?
Yeah, she's joining.
She's joining now?
Yeah.
Well,
I just
one thing I would like to say very briefly, I would like to commend Tim Dura and DNO for covering the program. And more importantly, Tim Dura on DNO had a very extensive, informative, incisive interview with Fia. Yes. I hope a lot of people have looked at it and are inspired by that interview.
Well, Fia has just joined us now, and we're happy. Good night, Fia.
Good night. I have to apologize for my tardiness.
That's okay. That's okay. Anything for a heroine, anything. Well, Several, you want to?
Okay. Well, Fia. Well, Ambassador. we have to remember that it's DAH.
An ambassador right now, sports ambassador.
Ambassador and Dominica Award of Honors.
Well, I hear another man will be getting that soon. Anyway, that's for another occasion. Yeah, let's go. Let's move on.
Yes, so, again, let us congratulate you from the Dominica Business Forum. I must tell you that we were very satisfied and pleased that you were able to grace us with your presence at Jungle Bay. And we did have a good time, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, the food was good too.
So I guess now that you're back in the States.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you're going to be engaged. But we are, one of the things that actually came out of the activity was that Jungle Bay has actually offered to partner with Thea and with us in organizing or doing whatever is
future
necessary.
events.
Because one of the things that is we have to take note of that she is in fact reigning for the next
4 years, yeah.
For the next
4 years, yeah.
And Dominica should take advantage of this window of opportunity that we have and give her the support and pray that she can in fact compete again in 2028 in Los Angeles. And not only that, she can bring a core of young athletes, Dominican athletes with her to participate in the Los Angeles Olympics.
Big dreams, man.
So this is one of the things that we have to concentrate on, how we, what can be done from the business. And we appealing to the Dominica businesses, the private sector in Dominica, to please come on board and let's see how we can make this thing work. It is a it's a golden opportunity with the Golden Queen to get something going.
Yeah, go ahead. What you wanted to know?
As you know, we have this token for you. What we have done is that we have been in contact with Mr. Gatson. So you're not here in person, but from the persons and the various companies that participated in the activity on the 4th, please excuse me if we miss out. Daryl will maybe just follow up on us, but we'll just name some of the institutions: the National Bank of Dominica, the National Foundation, Developmental Foundation of Dominica, NDFD, DOMLEC, the WASCO, Josephine Gabriel and Company, NCCU, that's National Cooperative Credit Union, Big Edge, the Dominica Olympics Committee, the Dominica Football Association, and then quite a number of individuals. We had the business of Del Nagis, Geoff Faustin and Vivian Rene, Benjos Simas, Jungle Bay themselves also made a contribution, apart from giving us a very good deal in terms of the preparations and everything that they did for us. And then we had Sports Wrap. This is why we are in fact here tonight, because Sports Wrap went a long way in assisting us and making sure Sports Wrap was well represented. And then we had some other individuals like this Rosie Felix and her family, her husband and her son, her son is in fact a budding athlete, and she's really hoping that you continue to mentor him and be his inspiration for the Olympics of 2028. In fact, we had some other people.
Well,
we had the people from the Cable Car Company, in fact, Cable Car Dominica represented us. So we had a number of private sector. We had a number of private sector entities In addition to making the paying to participate in the activity, which was at $300, we had additional contributions from the NCC, National Cooperative Credit Union, and Big Edge.
Yes.
And also, I think Benjo Simos and Domlek with a small contribution. And with this, we were able to cover the cost of the activity and all the expenses. And because of that, we have a surplus. As we said, the proceeds of this activity will be going to you towards whatever one of the projects that you have mentioned. We know it's not the big one for sure. It's the one in Maho or the one of the shoes for the children. So on behalf of the Dominica Business Forum, we just want to take the opportunity to let you know that we have the information of your bank account from your husband at the National Bank. So tomorrow morning, we will be making the necessary financial transaction on your account. We will not reveal the amount because, but we can really refer to it more as a token of appreciation.
Whilst we had it, we were doing the list. Just to go back to the list, I would like to add Dr. Thompson Fountain to the list, who's one of the individuals, because he's a high energy individual in the country. So he was one of those present and contributed.
Very good. Very good.
DNO too, you got to mention DNO.
Dominica News Online.
Dominica News Online, Tim Durant, his wife and friends,
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah. And also, I must say, both my wife and my daughter were there and were very pleased and they have actually made a pledge. They said they will pledge separately and personally to you.
But we did our best to make it apolitical and to make it just ensure that government was not in any way attached to the program, so that it can look.
By the way, did any government
no, not at all. Not at all.
But you are sending them an invitation, right?
We did not.
You did not.
No, the idea was
what was a public thing? They could
to
have
make a
distinct
difference between the government's contribution and the private sector contribution.
Yeah, we wanted it to be a private sector.
No ill intent. No ill intent.
Right. Well, Fia will respond. I'm sure you wanted to respond.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other person that I think we left out was Mr. Joseph John Baptist, who actually
Jabba. In Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Jabba.
And Bless John from Paulie.
Okay.
That is the father of Father Bronco John.
Yeah, the ever popular Briggs.
I was by him yesterday, in fact, by Bless.
Yeah, so I mean, this was, as you can see, Thibaut, it was a nice gathering. It was a very nice gathering.
Well, I'm sure she'll respond, yeah? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you so very much for not only, being the catalysts and creators of this event and really helping this come together, but also for, providing myself and a lot of other people a place to just have really great conversations. I'm very grateful for the contributions and, as you said, the token and support towards all my endeavors. But I will say that the event was really special to me because it allowed me to have some really good conversations. And even from the business side or personal side, hearing how much this medal has meant to people, and also hearing about ways that I can grow this initiative even more and more. And that's the best part, is being able to leave a situation or event that I did wanted to do selflessly and find out a way to even increase my contribution to the community. And for that, I'm very grateful to the sponsors, to Jungle Bay for sure, to the gentleman in the room on the other side of this lens, just for all the hard work that you've put in to ensure that this was possible. From the bottom of my heart, and for my husband and myself, I am very grateful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome. I think we also left out DDA,
Discover Dominica Authority.
Discover Dominica Authority.
Yeah.
They did not actually attend, but they actually supported the activity.
Okay.
So with that said,
and we said sports.
Sports. And we're always willing. That's what we're here for. To always willing to help, as long as it's sporting. I'm sure always feel free to contact us if you want to say something to the Dominican public or whatever. Always feel free to contact us anytime.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do.
Yes, because you're an ambassador, you're a world figure now, so people need to hear about you. So you can't just stay quiet in Maryland and people don't know what's happening, right? People need to know what you're doing. All right?
Sir. Mm-hmm.
So, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you. And Fear, all the best. I guess you start training, or you are training already. You start training now.
Yes, sir.
And preparing for your next big assignment, whenever that is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Back in the lab.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You're
Thanks, guys.
Good night. Bye, Lovey.
Bye.
Yes. Thanks. Bye, Fia. All right. Okay, Fia. Bye. Yeah.
Just
You want
one
to
last thing, for transparency and
Yeah.
accountability, we have actually prepared
an accounting.
where we actually going to share it with all the persons who actually participated in it. It's not a public thing.
Okay.
But at least we will see how
Transparency. Because you don't have much of that in Dominica. Eh? Yeah, you don't have much of that. Eh?
from the business
Business forum. You don't have much of that in Dominica.
we have to show people what it is like.
Yeah, well, tell those people up there that how they must do it. So you show them how they must do it. Those people up there. Thanks, man. Thank you.
I must say, we appreciate your
Yeah.
tolerance.
Anytime, man. Anytime, anytime, guys. Anytime. Daryl, anytime. So, on that note, we're going to take a break now. We're going to take another break now. West Indies, by the way, chasing 146 to win. West Indies. 146 to win, sorry. West Indies 145 for it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's free love.
Dominican, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. For the hurricane, can't wait till you flood again, can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season and insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
All you where in Roseau, Kimasha Days, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford, all chicken parts available that you can afford fresh breast. And you know breast is best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even swinging stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love pull AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks. It's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always fresh.
Yes, we're back, and we're going to be joined by the Mr. Jason Robin. He was the coach of the Dominica team that took part in the OECS swimming championships in St. Vincent. And Mr. Robin, Jason, want to say good night to you.
Yeah, good night, good night, good night.
Yeah,
Good night
with
to
me,
everybody.
Ronald Lander, Dr. Fontaine, and Emmanuel Loblack. They're the co-hosts. So you have a big panel that's going to be asking the question. First, let me say to you, Mr. Robin, how was it for Dominica at the OECS Championship?
Well, for Dominica was just making a re-entry into swimming after 20 years.
Okay.
We have not put our foot on the swimming stage for a very long time. So we basically reintroducing swimming and giving the students some reasons to participate in swimming. So that's basically where we are in terms of swimming. We organize an association just to ensure we can start the ball rolling. We have Mr. Woodrow Lawrence at the helm, and so far we have been doing our best with the resources available to us. As soon as we got some funding to make swimming happen, we actually made a start. So that is where we are at the moment.
Let me ask you, how many students you had with you in St. Vincent?
We had 3 students, 2 boys.
That's all.
And yes.
What age group? What age group?
The 15 to 17.
Mm-hmm.
That is the age group.
So, in terms of the other countries, in terms of the amount of people they had, you had a small contingent, right?
Yeah, we had
compared to what the other islands had.
We had a small contingent. We had other islands with small contingents as well.
Okay.
But normally the contingents are like 15 to 30. Some groups are all over 30. And there are different variations of the group. You are starting from 8 years, as low as 8 years, come all the way up to 18 and over.
But let me ask you, you said that you have an executive now. So how did you go about that? Because you don't have clubs, right?
Yeah, well, we have clubs. We have 2 clubs right now registered with DASA.
Okay.
The members of the group, for example, the gentlemen that represent the Dominica, Mr. Javon Robin and Rick Roy, they are presently members of the Marigot, the MCTC Aqua Club. And that is one of the premises we use to select people. We took the best from the clubs that actually registered with us, and we work with them, build them up as much as possible with the resources we had, and try our best to see if they can even improve their times.
Okay.
Yes. Do you have any plans and programs for development of swimming in Dominica? Have you documented? Have you put together any plans and programs for developing swimming in Dominica so you can present those plans and programs to attract resources?
All right, we definitely are working on plans and programs. We actually have some systems in place as we speak. I'm not at liberty to discuss the plans and the program. You may have to talk to the president directly, but for sure, I can assure you that we have a system in place. We started off first with forming the clubs. We had 1 club existing first, and from the 1 club, because of the interest, we started other clubs. It had all like 5 clubs, but only 2 registered with DASA. So we encourage the members to go out and form clubs. That was the first part. And teach people the basics, the Learn to Swim programs. And from the Learn to Swim program, that's where we get the bunch we have. So we have a program in place. Not completed as yet, but we're still working on it. And I'm sure the president would be happy to sit down with you and explain it in full detail.
Yes, Jason. Yes, Thompson. Yeah, thanks. I understand how it is. You all are working under some very, very difficult circumstances with respect to swimming. So, for the time being, knowing that we don't have any type of facility in Dominica as such, where do the athletes train?
Okay, well, at the moment we train in the sea. We have various locations. We also use the Anchorage pool to practice the turns. We do dives in different locations. So what we do is we try our best to make use of what we have. It would be very good to have a pool, but at the moment we don't really have the proper facilities to do exactly what we'd like to do. So we use what we have available.
Okay, so is there any discussion on the way as to possibly getting a pool? I see that there's a nice one in St. Vincent. I was pleasantly surprised, in fact, to see St. Vincent had an Olympic-sized pool. So I'm wondering whether or not there is any discussion with the authorities in Dominica to go in that direction.
Okay, well, that was one of the intentions of the program also, to make the authorities recognize that we actually serious about swimming. So that is one of the reasons we even take the step we take, so that the persons with the power could recognize we actually serious. And we definitely start the conversations already.
When you say the conversations with the ministry, 1 minute, Lobby, the ministry or the whoever, or who are the people you already have met to discuss that?
One, we start talking to DOC, that is one independent entity, and the president also is talking to people like World Aquatics. We're working directly with World Aquatics and sports and different organizations. So,
well, let me ask you. Go ahead.
So, because we are affiliated with a lot of different organizations, we get in assistance from them, and as members of World Aquatics, we actually get in some assistance because we participated in tournaments.
But have you identified an area where you could put that pool?
Well, at the moment, I'm not at liberty to discuss that because we have everything in place as yet.
Lobby, you want to ask him a question?
Yes. I will just talk to my friend, Mr. Robin. I see that, Robin, you are back again because, the days.
Hello? That is Lobby, my partner, Lobby, there.
Yes. Oh, yes, your partner is there. The one we have weathered many storms in the swimming. And I see that people don't know that. Both Lander and Fountain Sibo don't know that, but I know. The days, right?
Yeah.
We're a little bit more active in the swimming, participating in character games. And they were trying their utmost best, but I realized there's been a lull, a serious lull, and you're trying to revamp the sport again. All right, because talent is there. I am happy. Let me ask you a question. At the OCS games, what strokes did you all take part in freestyle, backstroke, crawl, breaststroke? What you all took part? What distances?
We took part in the freestyle. The swimmers do crawl. We also took part in the 50 meters and the 100, both male and female.
Okay, but yes, as I said, I'm just as people don't understand that. So when you mentioned there's the sea, Mr. Sibas, is nothing new. That is nothing new with the sea. He used to be at Rockaway. He used to be at Rockaway on a Saturday. So I know exactly what his involvement has been over the years, and I'm happy that that he has returned. He's a good guy. He has given a lot to swimming his business. He's a businessman and to the sport. I'm very happy, and all the best, brother.
Yeah, but Lobby, the last time we meet, it was in volleyball in St. Vincent. And I was the MVP with the break thing. I can remember that very good,
Very right. That's right. I'm telling you.
So I can't play volleyball right now, but I try to assist in the next area. So at least I give it back.
I know. All the best, but all the best.
Yeah,
but
man.
Mr. Robin, do you all have local swimming competitions?
No, we're going to start having local competitions because we only have 2 clubs at the moment. So we was working on developing each other instead of competing. But it's definitely something we're supposed to do based on the international community. They're asking, once they start to support you, you have to be doing local competitive. So we start.
Yeah, but you cannot do that in the sea, right? You cannot have the competition in the sea.
Well, we'll have to try our best to see how we can make it happen. And now I'm hoping, because of the discussion we have in here right now, we can have some of the powerful people meet with us or sit down with us to organize lands, because one of the issues might going to be lands, because we've been trying to get some areas and the lands was always the issue. So I hoping from this conversation tonight, we can have some people show interest and reach us, come across to the Dominica Swimming Association. be very open and willing to have the conversation. And we would definitely love to have a swimming pool. We've been even searching in the Marigot area. We talked to the Marigot Village Council also, but nothing to finalize as yet. So any help would be happy. We'd be happy to listen to anybody have any recommendations in that area there. But
what about the Kenfield, this Kenfield area there, where they have all these factory shares, this area there, and you can also look there around Kenfield.
Okay. Did you hear that, Mr. Robin? What Lobby said?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out where in Kenfield he's talking. If he's in
I'm talking about opposite. I'm sure he's talking about opposite Almotos. Is that what you're talking about, Lobby?
Right.
Right, on the other side there, by Almotos.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. What did you say?
I was asking if you're talking about the industrial estate.
Right, yeah. I think that's what he's referring to, yeah.
Yeah, you can look around there. You don't know because some of these sheds are just dormant. They're dormant. Nothing is happening, person. Nothing is happening.
Anyway,
it can be done there.
Anyway, we get a pool at the moment. It would be good for this.
I agree with you.
And we still, even in the event we're unable to get a pool itself, we still exploring the possibility of doing a floating pool in the sea. Once the sea calm, that is a possibility also. That is something we actually started a conversation with a company called Mira to find out how possible or how feasible it is. But it's still in the discussion phase.
Let me tell you, you already authorized body for swimming in Dominica, right?
Right now.
Did you have any input in the guys who represented Dominica at the Olympics?
Yes. Yes, so we definitely had an input into it.
In the selection of the people, right?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to find out.
Yeah, Mr. Robin, I noticed Dr. Joseph Williams has a pool in the Castle Comfort area. And some time ago, quite a number of swimmers were going up there. Are you all guys still using this facility?
Oh, you're talking, I'm not sure who is Joseph Williams. I know.
He's a dentist. He's a dentist.
He was Jenny Allport.
Jenny Allport
husband. She was involved in the swimming, yeah.
For years.
Oh, you're talking about Dr. Allport pool?
Yeah, going up to Castle Comfort, right.
Okay, well, the last time I heard the pool was damaged, and Dr. Allport was looking for some assistance to reorganize the pool. But that is something I still not at liberty to discuss.
Well, you're a diplomat, boy.
Yeah, but I just let you know exactly. I'm making you know exactly what is something.
Well, you know, to get him on that program, I had to go through the whole thing. You know, he told me he had to consult with his association first before he could come on the program. We were back and forth for a couple of days before he eventually agreed to come on the program. So I guess he's probably taking instructions from his people, right, Jason?
No, not necessarily instructions, you know, because you see, first time I'm a part of an association like that, and I'm not just a normal village group. So I want to make sure I follow protocol and others say. I will be as honest as possible, and the chairperson did tell me to be very honest. So
are they listening to you now, your executive members?
Yeah, well, I would hope they are listening to me right now because I shared a message with at least two of them.
Okay.
No worries, Jason. You've done exceptionally well.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Go
ahead.
Yes, brother. I also, you know, I'm happy that that Woody Lawrence is back in the swimming, because while I was in DA, I always said I told Woody, you have to. I mean, say you went to the Olympic Games, represent Dominica. You have to continue. Don't. I tell him, look, I am still around. I haven't given up on the sport of track and field. I mean, say you went as far as the Olympic Games. You have to continue. You have to weather the storm, brother. And I'm happy that he's back with you all. Very, 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 very happy.
Yes. And it's because of Woody, a lot of the things happening too. Some people might think we're moving slow, but it's an uncharted territory most of us in. Woody is an experienced person there. And so far, I can tell you Woody trying his best, making the connections necessary, and putting things in place to make sure we actually get some of the fundings to get some of the projects.
Yeah, because he has been with the DOC for some time, so he knows all the rigmarole. He knows exactly what to do.
Yes, definitely. She's one thing you understand how to move around the ropes.
Well, he has been there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Jason, as we spoke, I don't want to keep you too long. It was nice joining us, and feel free. You have my number anytime you feel you want to come and join us on Sports Rap to tell us what's going on in the association. Feel free to contact me.
All right, okay. Thanks for having me, and thanks for the opportunity to make people know that swimming is on the rise again. And to the people and them with the power, it might look like a simple sport, but it's one of the sport you hardly get injuries.
Swimming is tough.
You hardly get injuries, and you're getting people living longer and stronger, more productive people. So I think it's something we should definitely pay some attention to, and even incorporate it into our school, because we boast in 365 rivers, but most of us cannot swim. Most of us cannot swim, so we have to consider that. All right.
Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Sibo, are you a good swimmer?
Very good. England 32 for 2. Somebody has just gotten out. 33 for 2 in the FIFA over. So it's a contest, it looked like. Chasing 146, 32 for 2. Butler gotten out, and what's his name? The other Salt is out. So Jax is on 23 not out. So 32 for 2, look like it's a good contest.
Yes, indeed. Sebastian, talking about good contest, did you see Coco Gauff? And
yeah, the tennis, she won.
And a $4.8 million payday.
Yeah, and she's changed her coach, She has a new coach now, Coco Gauff. Yes. And the thing is going on now, I saw what's his name yesterday, Alcaraz. He won yesterday in the end of your tournament, Sinner won yesterday as well, Yannick Sinner. So
I was very happy for Gauff because I remember that, man always talking about her approach and so on. But it seems that she's getting serious. She turned 20, but also one of the most decorated tennis players at her age, So I think it's very good to see the way she ended. And she defeated the numbers 1 and 2. Numbers 2,
Yeah, 1 and 2.
So well, that's a good preference for the Australian Open in January.
Absolutely.
Australian Open in January.
But Doctor, you see, I watched the entire tournament. I'm happy that she had changed her coach. What's going for Coco? She's very, very athletic. All right, she has this. But one of the things that I'm hoping that she can improve on is her serve. As long as that serve, she can be consistent, because to be a champion, at least 70% of your first, very, very important. All right, she can rally well. All right, but what I observed with her in terms of errors, she was able to handle some of the errors in that game, which she faltered on a few years ago. All right, but I'm hoping that she can improve on her serve, get a little bit more zip on that serve, on
yes,
the serve.
Indeed.
Let's take a caller there. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Oh yeah, I know when we're talking about tennis, you will be there, our tennis expert correspondent. Go on.
No, I'm just saying, people, you see that Sinner there?
Yes.
Sinner. Sinner, this whole thing, Sinner didn't test Sinner for some job thing.
Right, yeah.
Well, every time I see Sinner playing, to me something not right.
Well,
Sinner, the way he's hitting the ball, to me, getting tired, to me, something.
Well, he escaped a man. She knows what she's talking about. Yannick Sinner, he escaped. We have another caller. Good evening. Hello?
Good evening, Central. Good evening, Steve-O. Good evening, Lambi. Good evening, Landa. Sorry. Good evening, Dr. Fontaine. Good evening, my boy in New York.
Lovely.
Okay, good evening,
Logie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Robin.
No, he's gone. He's gone, but make your point.
Because he said they're practicing in salt water, seawater.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to ask him whether they're competing in seawater or in sweet water. And I want to ask him again, I observe when they're competing, they have a lane and everybody has to stay in their lane. How, when they go in the sea, how do they know they're staying in their lane? How do they train? Because people think of it, a country with 365 rivers, a country with 40 rivers to the sea. And you're telling me our debt is $1,600,000,000. The government could not build a swimming pool for the young people to train to international level.
Good point.
I mean, what have we done to the young people? This is a shame. It's a disgrace. God bless Dominica. Thank you.
You know, that's a good point the caller making. You know, this government, 20 years has failed in all sports. When you look at the sports facilities around the island compared to, they have really failed the young people.
I mean, field is an understatement. Look at the conditions of a playing field. I mean, the Kingsville playing field, the Bath Estate playing field, the Pottersville playing field, the Daly's playing field. You just name it. All over the country, just overgrown. They can't even hire a swiper to keep the grass down. I mean, what is going on?
37 for free. Joseph has just gotten a wicket.
Yeah. On that note there, I want to come back to the tennis, where you've got some Chinese attempting to rehabilitate the tennis court on High Street. And a total mess is being made out of that.
Oh, that's what's happening there now, no? I saw something happening there. Oh, yeah.
That's what trying to rehabilitate the tennis courts on High Street. And a total mess. Guys don't have a plan. Guys are coming when they want. You see work starting, work finishing. And I don't understand. We involve the Chinese in all activities and we get poor quality work. Dominica is a dot. How do you get good quality Chinese, properly trained Chinese to come to Dominica to assist us in developing whatever we want to do in Dominica? And that tennis facility in High Street is a mess.
And you know, as we talk about facilities, look at the lights. Up to now, no lights in the Windsor Park. Up to now, no lights in the Windsor Park. Let's take this caller. Good evening, caller.
Yeah, good evening, Sibo. She was something that caught my ears or my mind, whatever. Fiona Lafont was here, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a event held in her honor, right?
Yes.
At the Chongbe.
Yes.
As a person that did so much for Dominica in her sporting event, she did long jump.
Triple jump.
Even if it wasn't a political party, political affair, you know what I mean, government would be there. But at least the Minister of Sports could have buy a ticket and come and sit down there and have a nice conversation. If you don't think that should happen?
Well, of course, I would think so. I would think so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's his second in command is a woman, the woman from Grandsport area, I think. No.
No, she's not the second in command. She's the main minister. She's the main minister.
But we're in serious shit in that country. Have a blessed night. Bye-bye.
Yeah, not even the sports division that was there. But in July of this year, a sports council was established in Dominica. What's happening with that sports council?
Well, nobody has.
What are they doing?
Nobody has heard.
Nobody lights in the Windsor Park. And we are missing games after games, sports tourism to stimulate our economy. We're missing games. So many games have been played in the West Indies over the last 6 months. And games are going to be played next year. And Dominica is nowhere. The T20 World Cup, we're on the agenda for 4 games. But because of the lack of quality of our facility, we didn't get any game. We didn't learn from that. And you've seen games are being rotated among countries over and over again. And this is a kind of economic activity from sports tourism we require in Dominica.
In fact, when Bangladesh will have gone in mid-December after their tour, cricket will have been played in every other country, cricketing with stadium, except Dominican Grenada. Now, Grenada, they're doing some work there, so that's why cricket can't be played. But everywhere, they're in St. Lucia now. Bangladesh, the first test in Antigua. Then they go to Jamaica. They'll be playing in St. Lucia, in St. Vincent, and in St. Kitts. So everywhere else will be getting cricket, except Dominica. And we were told in August that Dominica will have a track by August next year. Well, we have to wait and see. Yeah? We have to wait. Because we heard a bold statement. One is not us on Sportsmart. We heard, Dominica, this time next year we'll have a track. We don't know when it's going to happen. We don't even know where they're going to do it.
Yes, indeed. But we're talking about all sports tonight, I guess. the Premier League. Quite
Yeah,
interesting.
very-
Liverpool has taken control.
5 points, eh?
5 points.
5 points,
clear. It's quite.
You know, I
a
watched
turnaround.
England playing today. A lot of new guys, man. England were playing against Greece. I don't know the end of the game. They were leading 1-0 at halftime. But in fact, Harry Kane made a point and he said that this club versus country thing is causing a problem. Guys, when it comes to the country, they back off because they play injured. In fact, 10 regular players are off injured on the England team. Yeah, they played today against Greece.
They
yeah.
get injured when they go and play for the national
team.
And,
Because
and
guys,
the clubs are not willing
well,
now to let them
well,
go.
the club, that's where they're getting their money. I mean,
Yeah.
the kind of money guys make it club, they don't want to jeopardize that. And so on. So some of them will withdraw. They say they have a niggle or whatever. And that's how it is. But the English Premier League, in fact, Manchester United have a new manager now.
Yes, Ten Hag.
Yeah, new manager, Turner gone. So, it'll be interesting. Liverpool, 5 points clear. But Manchester City, you can never really rule them out. Eh? You can never really
But
rule them.
interestingly, we're playing this weekend
Saturday,
in Dominican Republic against Dominican Republic. Dominicans playing against Dominicans.
A good one. Let's take this caller. Good
Let's see how
evening.
that goes.
Hello, Simon, sorry to call back again.
No problem.
There is a
Anytime.
question
You can
I
call
want to
anytime.
ask you
Huh?
Because you
Yeah.
play cricket on many years.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, at some point in time, do they send the cricketers say, for a medical checkup, their mental and also their mental health? I'm just asking.
No, that's a good question you asking. That's a very good question she's asking. And I'm not sure. What I know, for instance, the franchise system in the Caribbean, you have to go through some fitness tests. You have to do that. I know that. But you're asking a good question. Well, what I know in football, they have to pass a medical before the contract is signed. Anytime your guy joining a new club, you have to sign a medical. But good question you're asking about the cricket, whether that is on the table. Very good question.
You see, because that game is a stressful game, eh? And since after the incident, if I was right, just fine, maybe. That's why I asked that question initially. I'm not saying he's mad or anything, you know. I'm just saying normally with that kind of game, some point in time you have to check their mental, health. Because it's a stressful game. Good evening.
Yeah, we're taking a break now. Okay, well, a lot of breaks. Take a break now again. Okay.
Dominican, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. Can't wait for the hurricane, can't wait till you flood again, can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season and insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
All you where in Roseau, Kimasha Deals, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford, all chicken parts available that you can afford board, fresh breast. And you know breast is best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even swinging stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love pull AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks. It's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always fresh.
Yes, we're back and we're going to spend our last lap on cricket. Let's start with the Super 50 guys. And I want to talk about the Windward Islands. They lost the chance on Monday, Dr. Fonklin, Lobby, Ronald, to get into the semi-final. That match against Barbados. And I will say again, cricket is played with your brain. Windward Island are chasing against Barbados. Something to win. Jeremy Solozano is the recognized opening batsman. They opened the batting with Descartes. I don't know what the hell they were doing. And they put Solozano to bat number 5.
Yes.
The guy scored a runner ball, and by the way, and Windward lost by 7 runs. 7 runs. And I just felt this is what, and I've watched all the games. In the entire team, this is the only guy that is rotating the strike. When you watch him back. Alec there, they scored 34 runs, 13 boundaries. And he batted for 40-something balls. So obviously not rotating the strike. And I didn't understand the logic in that. Even yesterday, Windward, Solozano batted number 9.
Number 9, yeah.
I mean, that is ridiculous. The manager, he bats number 9. They were lucky, they scored 300. But to me, that makes no sense at all. I don't understand what the hell they're doing, honestly. No planning at all. We have a caller there. Let's see the caller. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. Do you know what happened in Amsterdam?
Well, tell us, Booker. Tell us what happened.
Just playing in Amsterdam, Alex was playing from Israel, Calaville.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah.
You know what happened?
Yeah. Guys, you follow that, right?
Yes.
Okay, Israel were playing and they were beaten. In fact, a guy was in a drain, in a gully, being beaten, and he was asked to condemn Israel, while he was being beaten. In fact, the Israel Prime Minister said they would send 2 planes to send the people back home. They went there and they were beaten.
They provoked that. They provoked that. Israel feels that they can do anything they want to do anywhere.
Because they have the backing of the United States. That's what they feel. They have the backing. They feel because they have the back.
Yeah.
Muku, you still there? Yeah, he's gone. Because they feel. But let's go back to the cricket. And I'm telling myself, Windward Islands now in 6th place. If they had won that game against Barbados, with the amount of bonus points they got yesterday and with the last match on Sunday against the Academy, they could have easily made the semi-final.
But see what you think about Alec at 77 and Kavim at 50, giving away their hands.
And that is why in cricket, I don't know if you know Champy Robinson. You remember him?
Yeah.
Champy.
Yeah.
Champy used to say, look, Champy the guy, a jovial guy, he say, when you get the chance, to fool your basket. Like you're going to pick mangoes, fool your basket. Alec and Kavin have been having a bad run for. You get to past 50, go and make 100. And then you already they started training camp today in Antigua. You go there with some runs being 100, it'll be good. Alec himself. And both of them gave away their wickets. Both of them. And I honestly don't understand and that has been the Windward's problem. The 3 main batsmen, Afanaz, Hodge, and Ambrose, haven't really led their team. That's the problem. They haven't really scored the runs which should have enabled them to get to the semi-final. They have 1 game on Sunday. But if they had won that game on Monday against Barbados, 7 runs they lost by, 7 runs. And I don't know, the planning.
Sibo,
so, yes.
I have a question for you. Being the kind of batsman that you were when you played cricket, and you feel so strongly about these guys not doing their best. Would it be asking too much of you to try and seek an audience with these guys, and even not just an audience alone, but some moments with them to help them to understand this thing, because apparently they have not learned.
You know, what I'll say to you, cricketers don't learn like before. You have to be very careful now how you deal with guys. I mean, the coach of the Windward's team and I, Ken Roy Peters, we're very close. Even when I was manager of Windward's, and Liam is the manager. So I wouldn't want to really get in unless somebody asks, because nobody I can tell you, guys, you have to be very careful how you deal with guys. Oh, guys, let's take this caller. Good evening.
Yes, Sibo.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Not the way Lambi put it out. I was going to ask you whether they have ever approached you at all.
Well, I've spoken to both of them, Kevin, Alec. I remember, in fact, the day before he went to England, he was with Liam, and I said to him, when you go there, let them get you out. Don't just stay there and bat for long. I said to him, if it takes you 5 hours to make 50, do that. I remember having a chat with him. I mean, I did speak to him. But again, as I say, guys now, not like before. That you have to be very careful how you speak to them, honestly. You're going
I wasn't referring to the players individually. I was referring to the Windward Island administration. As you say, you and the manager.
Ken Roy, no, the coach. Ken Roy, Liam is the manager, as you know. Ken Roy Peters is the coach. I mean, he and I have a very good relationship. As I say, when I was the manager, he probably is the closest guy to me, apart from Liam. So we talk, but I mean, some of the decisions they make, and I up to this morning, I messaged him about what happened yesterday. How the hell Solozana ended up batting at number 9? That is crazy, honestly. I said that to him. That's nonsense.
Yes, and another note, I was looking at Google, trying to get what's happening in sports, and I saw the headline, Jenny Jones, that's not the name, Jenny Jones has tied the knot. And when I look, I see a West Indian female cricketer and another woman by her side. But when I tap on the thing to go to get this story, it tells me that page is not available. Did you see that, Tibo?
Well, I know the girl. I was a selector once. Her name is Chanel Henry. The only problem, she's a Jamaican. Now, that cannot happen in Jamaica, so I don't think she can go and reside in Jamaica, because there's no way homosexual thing will be entertained in Jamaica. So the girl I suspect she's married to is a guy, and her name is Chanel Henry. That's her name. He's from Jamaica.
Yes, Chanel. You know, I just didn't want to call him when I say that.
She died. You know, when I first saw it,
I didn't know whether I could put the radio station.
But it's a fact. It's public that she. It's not fake news, Chanel Henry, yeah. But what I'm saying, she's a Jamaican, you know, that sort of thing cannot take place in Jamaica. You know, in fact, I remember the Jamaican government got problems with the US because they just would not entertain that, and they will not get assistance because of that. You know, in Jamaica they will say call it Batty Man and all that kind of thing.
Bojo Banton had a song of that.
So they will not entertain that in Jamaica.
Batman are dead. But Tibo, I don't know our world. I don't know what happened to our world. You know. And that is why Trump. That's why Trump. You know. That's why Trump won the election.
Yeah,
because
gay
of the
men and women.
The Democrats and them allowing and so on. Anyway, what is sports we're talking? But Tibo is looking our friend again who defeated the Windwards in the Barbados match.
Who that?
Our friend who defeated the Windwards in the Barbados match. Dr. Lewis.
They ran the cut down to 44 overs, but Windward had to only bat 44 overs as well. But what I'm saying, I think Windward's tactics cost them, because I don't understand why they had this man batting so low down. Honestly, I don't understand it at all.
Yes, and even the game against Leeward, you know, Windward had Leeward on the run, you know. They allowed them to score it 180 or something like that. And Windward could not make that.
But Windward was 70 in 10 overs, and they got bowled out for 80 something against Leeward.
Yes, one time I just stopped watching. I was so mad.
Yeah, they messed up. They could have made the semi-final, I think. And that game on Monday, I mean, in fact, I was so upset after that game, man. I was real pissed off on this guy. Losing in the last over. They had to get 11 runs in the last over. Obviously, Swallows and I was trying to hit sixes, and I guess the pressure was probably too much for him, honestly.
Okay, gentlemen, good evening.
Yeah.
Timo.
Yes, Lobby.
Yes, there's something I want to talk about. Last Thursday, I didn't get the chance because I need to see what I have to say. It has to do with Alzari. Like some people, like the same caller spoke about that people dropping on his bowling. Have you ever look at Pakistan? The Pakistanis, to me, they're dropping the most catches right now. The Pakistanis.
Their fielding has always been poor. Pakistan always been poor.
Now, Alzari come back on Alzari, Sebastian. The panel have seen this guy bowling, and it's difficult to set a field for him. Alzari also, to me, that the only fast bowler I have seen in the Caribbean where a batsman is hitting him at will. He's very expensive. He's very, very expensive, and it's difficult to set a field for him. The previous West Indies team we had, keepers, never had this problem which the present keepers have with Alzari. All right, difficult for him.
Present keepers or skippers?
Keepers, wicket keepers I'm talking about.
Wicket keepers, okay.
Yeah, wicket keepers, guys who are bowling online, but Alzari, he's all over. All right? And I find, this people have an excuse about, anger. Yes, but he needs to be talked to. But this individual to me, I've seen him, I saw him in Dominica. All right, Ghana was the manager. And when he was through bowling, he was leaving the team. Ghana had to call him aside.
Who you say was Alzari?
Yes, Alzari.
No. With Ghana, Alzari couldn't be playing when Ghana was the manager.
No, Ghana was the man. I said the manager in Windsor Park. With West Indies playing, I think it was I can't remember. I think it was Pakistan.
Alzari was not playing when Ghana was the manager.
Not playing. He was the manager. Ghana. Big Bird Ghana.
Yeah, but you say Alzari was playing. That's what I'm saying. Ghana was the manager. I'll tell you in 2014. Alzari wasn't playing.
Alzari wasn't playing in Dominica?
No, not when
Check it out, Sebastian. Alzari was playing there.
Not when Bird was the manager.
Okay, all right.
Against which team?
Huh?
Against which team?
I was, look, Alzari was bowling.
The last time, Joel Ghana was the manager. It was about 2015-16. That's
They were in the net practicing at the back. Alzari was playing. He was bowling. And he left
the manager?
Huh?
Sure that?
Check it out. Check it out, brother. Check it out. But when I find with him,
Alzari,
to me, Alzari has to understand that. He has a level of conceit in him. And you, Sebastian, would face Alzari every day instead of facing Patterson.
Probably right, He was appointed in 2016 for 3 years.
Joel Ghana?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't last the 3 years, I know that. But Alzari played, let me see. Alzari would not have played before.
So you would not have played in 2017?
No, Alzari. The World Cup West Indies won. Alzari played. Hetmeyer was the captain. Shama Holder, people like Kimo Paul. The World Cup was 2000 when West Indies won the free championship was 2017? The free championship, I'm trying to remember. The ladies, the under 19 and the men. They won it in 2016. Is it 16? The free champion, I think it's 16.
Check it out. I know he was in Dominica. I know Alzari. He was in Dominica.
I say Alzari played in that World Cup we won.
Big Bird was sitting on the stand after he was sitting down on the stand. I was right there. So I know Alzari. I know Big Bird. Ghana. But Sebastian, then what are the thing is this, Sebastian? I want to say here with West Indies cricket, we have allowed discipline to have fallen by the wayside, and that what has happened. We have seen the other teams how players have been punished. They don't joke to punish players. Forget about who you are. Look at what happened to Australia with match fixing with the top players. We allow players to get away. I always remember that on the eve of this test match in South Africa, when Lara and Hooper, remember what happened to Lara and Hooper?
They went back to England. You remember these guys on a plane, they had to abort the tour, and then it went back, and all sorts of nonsense.
No, we allow a lot of, look, it's like Lara. We allow Lara to get away with a lot of things. All right? A lot of things. So this thing has been filtered down to West Indies cricket. You have players can decide when they want to play for West Indies. You do not, all right? And we have
Lobby, I was just thinking, was it when India was playing against West Indies? Because Alzari was on that team.
Well, that's what I'm telling him.
Nobody, but Joel Garner was the manager.
Yeah, but he said what Alzari, the point I was making.
Yes, but Alzari was drafted in the West Indies team against India in 2016.
But he didn't play. Did he play?
So, that was his first game. So it is possible that you're right, Emmanuel. You saw him.
He was there. Yeah, he was there.
India did play against West Indies in Dominica in 2016.
Because they were in the nest practicing, and we were all there watching. And when he was through, I see him walking away, and Big Bird called him. Big Bird tell him, Big Bird had to call him aside and talk to him.
Yes.
Yeah, but Alzari at that time would have been a teenager. He'd have been a teenager at that time.
Straight up there
on the 19. That's the time they won the free championship.
So
he was a teenager at that time.
But you see, Sebastian, as I'm saying, is this, we must never compromise. There's too much compromising. I am a coach. Look, I don't want to be popular. I like to win. When I out there, I want to win. Gentlemen, we practice, we want to win. All right, we get out there. You have to respect the captain. The captain, you have to respect the captain. And
the captain in charge on the field. Yeah, people must understand that. He's in charge.
And what this behavior of Alzari, I will never give him too much ban. I'll never. Because you got to set.
Hold on, 72 for free, Lobby. West Indies in the 11th over, 72 for free.
In England.
England, I'm saying. Sorry, England. Chasing West Indies, 145 for it, 72 for free.
Yeah, we have too many people that want to be popular among players. You must make players respect you, not only the captain, even the coach. So when they come in the commentary, when they get in the dressing room, we look at that. No, that's a serious thing. You walk away. The team had 10 players. You have to. I will never ban him for 2 matches only. And I've gone further than that. You got to set example. And it's high time in the West Indies for us to go far. We must stop compromising. Believe players above. Nobody is above border.
Okay, Lobby, we have to take our final ad break now, so we're going to take it now.
Dominicans, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. Can't wait for the hurricane, can't wait till you flood again, can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season and insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
All you Where in Roseau, Kimashadis, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford, all chicken parts available that you can afford fresh breast. And you know breast is best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even swinging stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love Risapul, AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks, it's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always fresh.
Back. We have a few minutes. West Indies in the game, 75-4. So it's a close game. West Indies still in the running. They could win the game. It could be anybody's game. They're in the 12th over now, 76-4. So you still have what 70 runs in 8 overs in T20 now. That can be done easily. But we'll see how it goes.
Must have good bowling. There must be good bowling.
Well, Azari and Moti are bowling now. Moti and Azari, two of their more potent bowlers. So we'll see how it works.
And then also, Emmanuel, one of our listeners, they're telling you that you can actually see the cricket on ESPN Plus.
I tried ESPN Plus. I tried nothing like that.
Well,
I tried ESPN Plus.
Well, he just sent a text.
Okay, I'll try it out.
On ESPN Plus, the West Indies games.
Okay.
Somebody told me to tell, what was the same thing? The same person tell you, what they said, tell Lobby if he wants to watch every cricket in the USA, he must have Willow app and ESPN Plus.
I have that, but I have the app. I have that. I have Willow app.
Okay, well, somebody does send that to me.
So it looks like people are saying it on the ESPN Plus, apparently.
ESPN Plus. I tried ESPN Plus. Okay, I'll try it again.
It's very interesting to note, and Low Black highlighted that there are certain players that want to play when they want for West Indies. It's still not contributing significantly.
I know.
People like Poran wants to play when he wants. Russell, Hossein, and Hossein has a contract. Poran refused the contract. Russell refused his contract. Hetmeyer refused the contract. But Hossein has a contract. And those players did not go to Sri Lanka.
No, I don't think. Akil Hossein, you mean? I thought you
They didn't go to Sri Lanka. And now we're playing in the West Indies. They want to play in the T20, and they are not delivering. But they are still being picked. They're still being picked. But very interesting when it comes for cricket. I'm a Sri Lankan. and Sri Lanka is making a turnaround now in cricket. I don't know the players. Whenever I see them playing, I am very happy. I used to know the players, all the names and so on. But I see the players now, and there's a turnaround and a refocus on cricket in Sri Lanka. Even the facilities that they have in Sri Lanka, I saw a support facility in Sri Lanka. That's very impressive.
They have lovely stadiums there.
Yes,
lovely.
Yes.
I mean, I spent a whole 5 weeks in Sri Lanka. It was really lovely, man.
A development facility. Sebastian, I saw with swimming pool and training areas and so on. And Sri Lanka cricket has taken a turnaround.
Under the new coach, Surya,
yes,
they have really been a turnaround.
They're taking on New Zealand. They won a test in England.
They made 300 yesterday.
And I love to see that. I hope that West Indies can take a page from what's happening in Sri Lanka and develop the cricket once again.
But it was about themselves. Okay, take for instance, a camp started in Antigua today for the test team. And people don't even know, they've never announced a team. People don't even know. I mean, the test match actually starts next week, The first test against Bangladesh is next Saturday in Antigua. And next Saturday is the first test, West Indies, Bangladesh. And nothing has been said. In fact, there's a 4-day game, I think this weekend, between President's 11 and Bangladesh. Nobody has heard what is the team that's going to play against them. Nobody.
See, what's your intelligence on Tyson? He's not been playing for quite a while.
He hasn't played since the first game.
Since the first game?
He has not played at all. So
what's the problem? Because I
don't
think Tyson is a potential West Indies player.
Yeah, well, he hasn't played since the first game. He hasn't played since the first game. Again,
So what's your intelligence
what
about
I
that?
was told, they felt he was carrying an injury. That's what I was told. I don't know. That's what it was said. That he wasn't really extending himself because he was carrying an injury, right? As I said, he helped you to win the match. His batting helped. I mean, speak for his bowling, but I always feel he can strike a ball well. His batting helped him to win the game. But
he bowled all right in that
he
first
bowled
game.
6 overs,
He bowled all right in that first
Yeah,
game.
he hasn't played since. They've been playing Martin, the other fast bowler. That's what they have been doing.
I'm going to look at West Indies. I look at Shepherd. I look at Ford. I look at Sharma Joseph. Even Alzari. Alzari bowled an over 4 very good balls, but 2 loose balls. So he got to 50 wickets very quickly, but at what cost? When I look at Tyson, I see Tyson has good potential. And we need to manage Tyson to get him on the West Indies.
Nice, strong boy.
Strong fella.
Well built.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can tell you, well-built boy. Strong young man. Strong
But
from the
you see-
Kai territory.
Sibo,
Yes, Bobby?
just to tell Landa, like you talk about managing players. Landa, let me tell you, our players have to understand one thing. You have to help yourself. You got to help yourself. And by helping yourself, you have to stay fit. You have to stay fit. Yeah, that's what had to happen.
Emmanuel,
I
it
heard,
goes beyond that. It goes beyond that. It goes
No,
beyond
listen,
that.
brother.
As Sebastian said, 1 minute, as Sebastian earlier said about the mental development. You no longer bat with your bat. You bat with your head.
Yo,
so if you can
brother.
concentrate and focus on, you can be as fit as ever. Look at our boy from Granby. He's very fit. You look at him.
No. I think
he's very fit.
I think that's
He's
not.
very fit, but then
I don't think.
he's
I
got
think.
a concentration problem, and
No,
we
I
need to
think,
help him. We need to help him in his mental development. Look at our athlete, the athlete that we have there, the triple jumper. You could see his TLR4. She's mentally organized.
Why is
Not
that
only
the fit?
physically,
Let me tell you,
but
but
mentally
Landa,
organized.
I'll tell you one thing, Landa. I differ to you. Your fitness is very important. As long as you are fit,
I'm not taking
you
that
can
away.
jump. Listen to me, brother.
That's important.
Let me
You
tell
can
you.
be fit physically, but it's not only
You have to put
physically.
the work.
The
You've got
mental
to put.
component is important.
Is how much work you put into it, you get out of it, brother. You got to put the work into it. You have to. Look at, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo. His success is the amount of work he puts on the field. His fitness, he work on the, so everything comes into play. Yes, everything comes into play, but you have to put the work on the field. You can't go on the field twice a week. It is twice a week. That is
That's
insufficient for a professional player.
understandable, Low Black. That's understandable, the physical aspect.
Right? That is key.
I don't worry that. But that mental aspect is also very important.
Yeah, but if you
I
go,
rest my
if you're not
case.
putting
I rest my
the
case,
work,
Low Black.
Landa, how much
Go
work
ahead.
is being put as an individual? How much work is being put as an individual these days?
Okay, guys. So on that note, Louis, it's 8 o'clock. We have to end West Indies, England 85 for 4. I think I'm going to watch the rest of the game. On that note, next week we have Test match. West Indies playing the Test match next Saturday. India and Australia start next week as well. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, India play South Africa in the fourth T20. I'm sorry. So a lot of cricket to watch. West Indies also play the final 2 T20s in St. Lucia Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. So on that note, on behalf of Dr. Fontaine, Lobby, Ronald Landa, good night, everybody. We'll hear us again next week. So what do you want to say?
Thank you.